So what are the best solutions for live streaming? And aside from video conferencing, live streaming is one of the trends that happened because of the situation that we are in right now. And when it comes to live streaming, there are various tools that you can use to do this. So first, let's talk about the different destinations. And of course, we have YouTube Live. We also have Facebook Live, and on Facebook itself, there are different destinations such as your own timeline, your own page, your own groups, events, and even workplace. You can also use Instagram Live, Periscope, LinkedIn, Twitch, Ustream, and from other destinations out there. And choosing the destination depends on your purpose. And I know that for most gamers out there, I think they are using Twitch or probably some other places that they can use for live streaming. Although for me personally, because I'm more of a marketer and an online teacher, I'm using Facebook most of the time, and from time to time I'm using YouTube as well. And in most cases, if you're like me, you're probably using Facebook and YouTube. And when it comes to device, you can either use mobile or a desktop, or you can also do very complicated professional live streaming if you're into that. Although right now we will not be talking about that. Let's focus on what most of us are using, which are mobile and the desktop. And on mobile, it's pretty straightforward. For example, if you're doing live streaming on Facebook, all you have to do is tap that live button and place your camera in front of yourself, and you can start talking, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward, and it's as easy as that. And it's probably the easiest way to do this, right? And if it's as easy as that, then why not just do mobile live streaming, and why bother using your desktop, right? Well, the reason why you still need to learn how to do it on desktop as well is that there are cases wherein you need to show some things on your screen, and you probably wanted to use your webcam, and you want to demonstrate something on your screen, like if you want to do some presentations, or if you're demonstrating some app, a web app or something, then of course you still need to use desktop, because that's something that's really hard to do on mobile. And in live streaming on desktop, again, you can do this two ways. You can use the native application of Facebook and YouTube itself, or you can also use some third-party softwares. And there's a bunch of them, and I'll be showing some of them later on, but let me talk about using the native application itself. And this is an easier route on how to do this, because of course you don't have to use any third-party software, and you simply have to use the native live feature of Facebook and YouTube Live itself. The only problem with this is that in most of my tests, I noticed that it uses a lot of internet resources, and it's slowing down my desktop a lot. And so for me, I don't really recommend using the native application itself in doing your live streaming. Rather, I highly recommend that you use some third-party applications. And the first one that I recommend is Zoom. And although Zoom is not really mainly for live streaming, because we know that Zoom is more on for video conferencing, it has a feature wherein you can live stream your meeting. In fact, even if you're not doing a virtual meeting, you can use Zoom to live stream your talking head using your webcam. Or if you want to live stream your screen, you can also use Zoom to do that, wherein you can just share your screen on Zoom, and that will be live streamed on Facebook or YouTube. And by the way, in Zoom, you can live stream on Facebook and YouTube, although you cannot do that simultaneously. You can just choose one destination at a time. So that's just the limitation inside Zoom. But again, if you just want to live stream to a single destination, then of course Zoom is a great tool that you can use to do so. And if you're using Zoom anyway, then you already have a tool that you can use to do live streaming. Another tool that I recommend is OBS, and I've been seeing this tool in the past, and I know that it's good, especially that it's free. It's just that it's a more complicated tool to use, but it's a really professional tool because it has a lot of features that you can use to do live streaming. And I was forced to use this app when there were times wherein Zoom is just not connecting to Facebook Live, and yep, that was happening in the past, and so far it's not happening anymore. But when that's happening, I was using OBS to live stream our Zoom meetings, and it works well as well. It's just that, like I mentioned, it's just a bit more complicated, but if you take some time to learn how to use the software, I can tell you that it's really a good software that you can use. But like Zoom, you can only choose one destination at a time. You can either just live stream to Facebook or YouTube, and you cannot choose both platforms at the same time. And so the next app that I recommend is StreamYard, which is probably the most beautiful live streaming application that I have ever seen. And it's specifically designed for live streaming, so it's really great. And so if you do live streaming a lot, this is what I highly recommend you to use. In fact, it has a free version, which is already good. It's just that using the free version, the watermark of StreamYard is appearing right there. And I actually tried using this myself, and I can say that it's quite good. But of course, there are some limitations, like, again, you can only live stream to one destination at a time if you're using the free version. So if you want to simulcast, or if you want to have more features like live streaming to both Facebook and YouTube and other destinations at the same time, then all you have to do is upgrade to their other plans. Aside from that, you can also upload your own logo, you can add your graphics, and you can do some more things if you will upgrade to their other plans. Another popular app that I recommend is Restream. And the good thing about this is that you can use the free version to multicast, I mean to go live to multiple destinations like to both Facebook and YouTube. And again, even if you're using the free version, you can already do this, and this is a good thing about Restream. But again, if you want to have more features, it's a great idea to check out the other plans as well, in case you want to have some of their other features as well. And live streaming is used to have that really genuine live interaction, wherein you can have like almost face-to-face with your students, with your participants, or with your viewers. And that's a good thing about live streaming. Unlike preparing a pre-recorded video wherein you need to spend so much time to edit your video, and I'm a professional video editor, and I know how hard it is to spend a lot of time, hours to edit your video and make it look good before even uploading it and showing it to your viewers. And the good thing about live streaming is that you don't have to do that. And even if you will commit some mistakes and you have some errors and something, your viewers know that you are live, and so that's acceptable to them. In fact, the feel of being genuine in front of them is good, so I highly recommend live streaming, and these are the tools that you can use to do so. Still, there are some cases wherein you might want to make your live stream almost perfect, or you want to schedule your live stream wherein you want to pre-record it first and make sure that you look good and it's almost perfect, like I said. In fact, you can even spend some time to edit your live stream. Or there are some other cases wherein your time zone is different from the time zone of your viewers, but you still want to do some live streaming, right? And Facebook and YouTube has this built-in Premiere, wherein it's kind of a term for casting a pre-recorded video live. But what if you want to achieve that feel of you're really, it's appearing to be live, but it's not actually live? I mean, you can cast a pre-recorded video live. Well, there are a bunch of tools that you can use to do so, but the one that I highly recommend is OneStream Live. And I just got this tool myself, and I'm playing around with it. It's kind of cool because, again, you can use it to multicast, and not just multicast, but again, multicast a pre-recorded video. Meaning, for example, if I wanna cast my pre-recorded live on both Facebook and YouTube, and even to different destinations on my Facebook, like on my timeline, in my group, and on my page at the same time, I can do that using OneStream Live, which is just amazing, right? So if this is something that you want to do, you want to cast a pre-recorded video live, then this is software that I highly recommend for you. So yep, those are the different solutions that you can use to do live streaming. And so I just add a list below this video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, simply click that link that I will place in the description below. But if you're watching this on my blog, then you can just check out all these solutions that I mentioned below this video, and I look forward to seeing you choosing the best tool that works for you. So thanks a lot for watching. My name is Jem, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.